Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, I gave you the project demo and overview of our hotel management system. And in today's video, we will create Spring Boot and Angular applications. And after this, we will install the UI library in our Angular application as well. So let's get started. So to create the Spring Boot application, we will use Spring Initializer, and you can visit start.spring.io, and for the project build tool we will select Maven, and for the language we will use Java, and after this for the Spring Boot version we will keep selected 3.2.3, and after this we need to give the group ID which is com.code with projects, and after this we need to give the artifact which will give it as hotel server, and we will keep the name as hotel server, and after this for the packaging we will keep the jar as selected, and at the end for the Java version we will keep Java 17. And now we need to add the dependencies, so we will click on this button, and the first dependency we want is the Spring Web because we want to build RESTful APIs, and it uses Apache Tomcat as the default embedded container. And after this let's click on this button again, and this time we need to add the dependency for the JPA, and after the JPA we need to add the dependency for MySQL database, so we will add this MySQL driver, and after this the last dependency we want is the Lombok to get the boilerplate code, and that's it for now. We will add other dependencies later, and for now let's click on this generate button, and it will download a project zip file, and as you can see our hotel server.zip file got downloaded, and now let's extract this file and let's open it in IntelliJ. And as you can see I opened the extracted folder in the IntelliJ. Now let's wait for the project sync, and as you can see our project sync got completed and we have the basic Spring Boot application. And now let's open our POM file, and in this POM file you can see the details of our application and the list of dependencies we added like JPA, starter web, MySQL connector and Lombok. Now let's open our most important source folder, and in this source folder we will open main Java, and we will get our main class hotel service application. And now let's go to our files and let's create our Angular application. And to create the Angular application, I opened a folder in which I have our backend project. And now let's right click on this folder and let's open it in terminal. And here we need to give the command to create a new Angular application which is ng new, and after this we need to give the project name which will be hotel web. Now let's hit enter, and now it will ask us some questions, and the first question is would you like to add Angular routing. So here we will choose yes and we will hit enter, and after this it is asking the style sheet format, so we will use SCSS, and after this it will install the npm packages. Now let's wait for some time, and as you can see the packages installation completed successfully and our project is ready. Now let's close this terminal, and we got the project folder with the name of hotel web as well. Now let's right click on this folder, and after this let's click on show more options, and here we need to click on this open with code, and this will open the project in the VS Code. And in the VS Code let's click on this terminal and then new terminal, and here we need to give the command to run our application which is npm start. Now let's hit enter, and as you can see our application is up on 4200. And now let's copy this URL and let's go to the browser, and upon hitting this URL you should get this kind of Angular page. And now we need to install the UI library, and for the UI we will use NG Zorro, and to install it let's click on this get started button, and on this page we can copy this command to install it in our Angular application. Now let's go back to the VS Code, and in our VS Code in a new terminal let's paste this command and let's hit enter, and as you can see it says found compatible package version, which is 15.1.1, and it is asking for the confirmation to proceed. Now let's type Y and let's hit enter, and as you can see, the installation of packages started. And as you can see, the packages installation completed successfully, and now it is asking us to enable icon dynamic loading. And let's write the Y here and let's hit enter, and now it is asking us to set up a custom theme file, and for this we will type N and we will hit enter. And now it is asking for the language, so we will select by default English US, and now it is asking us to choose the template to create the project, and from the options we will choose blank. And as you can see, our UI library installation got completed successfully. Now let's open the source folder, and in this source folder let's open our app folder, and as you can see, it updated our app.component.html file as well. And now let's go back to the browser, and as you can see, our page got updated, and now it is showing the NG Zorro logo. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will work in our backend application, and we will connect the database and we will create the user entity.